question for you. Do you use Canva for your YouTube channel? We're going to dive into all things Canva today so that you can learn how to leverage Canva for your YouTube channel. We'll be diving into 3 Canva features: the Brand Hub, Cinematic Transitions, and Smart Mockup. But that's not all. We're opening up the floor to a live Q&A. You can get all of your burning questions answered about how to leverage Canva for YouTube. What I want you to do now, right now, that's right, pop in your questions into the live YouTube chat. Make sure you put a big Q or a bunch of question marks in front of it so that I recognize that it is a question for me, so that I can hopefully answer that live on today's show. Go ahead, get them in there. Let's get started. Woo! Hey, everybody. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up in the comments, in the chat, if you can hear me okay. Was having a little bit of tech issues before we got going, and so I'm running a little bit behind, but not a big deal. Today, like I said, we're going to talk about different things within Canva, and I'm also going to be able to answer your questions live. So if you have questions about using Canva, go ahead and put them in the chat and we'll get to those. But I thought first we'd start off with what's new in Canva. And by the way, what do you think about how the camera's looking? Got a brand new camera, and the camera is going to be you're going to start noticing it in the videos that come out in August. But of course, the live streams from here on out are going to have the new camera, and I'm absolutely loving the way that it looks. Oh, I see a chat. Let's see. Awesome. Thanks, Chris. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't too loud or too soft. And Amy is here. That's great. I'm glad you guys are here. Let's look back at the quick slideshow. And like I said, if you have any questions, just feel free to pop them in the chat. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. What's new in Canva? So Canva has something called a Brand Hub, and this is one of the many new features that has popped up within Canva. And it's really helpful for those of us with YouTube channels because we can put, especially those of us with more than one YouTube channel, we can put different brand kits together and have things in there like, let's see, photos and color specific to the channel, graphics, icons, fonts, everything like that. So let's take a look at my Canva page. I just realized that I don't have my screen shared. I had to leave the StreamYard studio and then come back in because I was having so many issues. But let's see. Let's share the screen. Here we go. And we're going to make it bigger. How about that? And perfect timing. I'm working on live stream notes so I can listen along. That's fantastic. Also, make sure, Amy, you can pop in your questions, but I'm glad you're here for sure. All right. Your Brand Hub, you can find your Brand Hub on the homepage, but you can also find it in a design. And this is a Canva Pro feature. I'm really loving the way that they've done this because when you click into your Brand Hub, you can have different brand kits. So like, for example, I've got one for my channel, the Creator Classroom, and I also have one for my channel called the Project Help Desk. But if I go straight into that, this is a brand kit, and you can put in there different logos. So I have all of the logos that I've made for this channel. And way to overcome even on a bad hair day. Yep, went into the Dollar General the other day for something else because it's right down the road and saw this, and I'm like, oh, that's the hat for my live streams. And so, but back to the brand hub, we've got logos that you can add, and it's super simple. You just click add, and then you can upload your logo into there. They even have guidelines that you can add so that if you have someone on your team, you know when to use the logos, when not to use the logos, things like that. You can add a bunch of different color palettes, and I love to do this, especially when I'm experimenting with new colors. And so, for example, I've got the general palette that I use with the colors that I like. I need to update it. I want to update this darker color to something else that I've been loving a little bit more. And then I've got secondary colors. Sometimes I'll go through and ask for recommendations in the chat. And so I've got Chatter's Teal, I've got Chatter's Gray. So tell me what your favorite color is that you are using, and I might come up with a brand kit for that as well. So let me know. I might even call it Chatter's whatever color. But what I'm really loving is that we can add different fonts to the brand hub. And instead of just 3, because it used to be add a heading, add a subheading, add a little body of text. That's great. But what if you want more? So you can add a title. You can add a section heading, a body, a quote, a caption, and you can just simply add something. So let's say that I want a caption. I'm going to choose a font. And let's say that I always want that caption to be, let's try Sans Hub or Sans. Let's see. Let's just use Canva Sans. So I can choose Canva Sans, and then I can choose how big I want it to always show up. So let's say that I want it to be 34. I can even select it to be bold if I want, which is great, and then click the little check mark. And now I've got a caption. Let me show you where you can find this within Canva. And while I'm getting something set up, I've got a question for you. What I want you to do now, right now, that's right, pop in your questions into the live YouTube chat. Make sure you put a big Q or a bunch of question marks in front of it so that I recognize that it is a question for me, so that I can hopefully answer that live on today's show. Go ahead, get them in there. If you are just joining us, what we're doing today is answering a lot of questions about how to use Canva for YouTube. I'm also going over 3 of some of the new features that are within Canva. And right now I'm showing everyone how the brand hub works. And the brand hub is a Canva Pro feature. And in the description, I've left a link, an affiliate link, that you can get a free trial of Canva Pro for 30 days. So make sure you click that. All right, now over on the left-hand side, when you're looking into Canva, if you're brand new, it might be overwhelming, but if you're in a project, on the left-hand side, there is something called Brand Hub. And when I click that, now everything that I've set up within my Brand Hub or within my brand kit is here on the left-hand side. So guess what? I can add my logo very quickly to a design. I can choose the color palettes, and I can click it and shuffle it around and try different things. But here's where I just showed you about the fonts earlier. Fonts. You can click see all, and look, all of these fonts are there. So if I'm doing something with a quote, guess what? Now the quote is there, and it just takes what I've written, which is quote Alibaba Sans 44, and puts it right there. But I can double click it and then type in new text right here. That could be a quote for a project. If I go back out of that, look, I've got photos, graphics. I've not added any brand icons, but you can also add those icons or those graphics or anything else by I'm in the way. I see that I'm in the way, so let me know if you can still hear me. If all right, now over here on the left-hand side, I'm going to grab a photo, and I've got this photo and I can right click and replace it as background. And so I've got that, or I could just go like this. I could go ahead and add a subheading and then type in whatever I want, And it's just super simple. I really love using this, especially when I'm using a lot of the same photos, graphics, etc. Oh, okay, good to know. So I'm not sure how to hide me. If anybody in chat knows how I can hide me and still have my mic come through when something's on screen, if you could give me a little tech help, that would be great. I'm glad you could still see what was going on screen, even though you couldn't hear me. I'm not sure. I know other people do that. I just, I can't figure out how to do that myself where you can hear me and I'm not on screen. But I do have an idea. We're going to tech troubleshoot right here. If I'm showing something over here on the left-hand side, ooh, wait. It's still not very big. Give me a second. I'm going to edit this layout right here. And I'm just going to make me really tiny and like put me here. Something like that. That should give me, let's see here. I can't update it. All right. So that should allow you to see me over on the left-hand side. Okay. I need to figure that out too. I did it once the wrong way when I removed myself from stream. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that. Okay. So, all right. Now let's get back to this. Now I've messed around with my layup and I'm not sure how to get things back. All right. So we just talked about brand hubs and that sort of thing. Again, if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. The other thing that is new, and it's been here for a while, but a lot of people just don't know that it's there, are cinematic transitions. And this is where you move from one scene in a video to another, and you can add a transition between the two scenes. And the fun thing about this is that there is a new transition called flow. And so I'm going to show that to you right after I show you this. On next Friday's live stream, I'm going to have a very special guest, and that guest is none other than the king of moderators, Doug Hewson. Not only does Doug Hewson have his own YouTube channel, which is all about YouTube education, he also moderates for people like Nick Nemeth. Not only that, he is a Canva user. And I thought that made for a perfect fit for us to come together to have a conversation about Canva and about YouTube. So make sure you come back Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that you can join in on our conversation. All right, so here we go. Adam is here. Thank you for joining us. Chris, thanks so much for letting me know that layout was good. And Amy, so fabulous. Doug is joining me. It's so exciting that Doug's coming on the show. I'm going to start coughing now. Watch me. I'm going to mute myself on purpose. All right. Here we go. Let's look at transitions. I need to make myself smaller. And look, now I'm going to be in the way there. Let's see. Hold up. I was messing with my Stream Deck so much, I don't know what I did. I can't find it. Doug is a mod on the lots of creator shows I watch. Absolutely. Yeah, he's everywhere. He's the king of moderators. All right. Give me a second. I think you can see me here. I can't add another custom transition, but if you click in between two slides, and I think this is on just about every single document type there is. I know I can do it on video and presentation and anything social media, so check it out. But if you hover between the two, you can click the transition button, and over here on the left-hand side, a bunch of new things will pop up. Now, I'm not sure how good it's going to do on this one because it's just two pictures. Yep, it's just two pictures. So let me add a square or something. So essentially, it just flows from one scene to another. Now, this is a lot better when you got video and different text and things like that. But honestly, I decided to showcase this feature right before I went live, so I didn't have a plan. But yeah, I love this one. And just so that it's bigger, it is right here. I'm doing a little screenshot if I can find paste. It's on the left and it's called flow, and you can change the duration of it and you can change the direction of it. And by the way, this is a free feature within Canva that you can use. So I highly recommend looking at all the different transitions. And I believe I've got a couple of video tutorials that are specific to Canva coming up in the next month or two. I've already done all I've actually already done all of the filmed and edited and scheduled all of the videos for July. So everything is done, and I just need to sit back and enjoy the fruits of my labor. And I'll be going live again next Friday for sure, because I'm going live with Doug Hewson YT. All right, let's see here. Let's see what we've got going on in the chat. Doug is a mod on a lot of creator shows I watch. Yep, I've seen him. He's everywhere from Nick to my brain's not working. I've seen him on StreamYard. I've seen him with Daniel Batal. I've seen him everywhere. He's just everywhere. Google search can be your friend when you're having like mess ups. I really need to figure out how to do the thing that Nick does where he's not on screen, but his voice still comes through. Obviously, I haven't figured that out yet. Glad to catch a live stream. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing fantastic. It is great to see you. Very nice to see. Please make more for social media like Facebook post, e-commerce. So my specialty is actually more on the YouTube side, but you can take what I teach within each video I make and in each live stream and apply them towards Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever social media platforms you use, you can absolutely use the tips and tricks and skills that I teach on this channel with those as well. But I'll definitely put it on my list to make sure that I include more of those things if and when I can. Let's see here. Thoughts on using screen recording in Canva versus Filmora? I know you're a Canva devotee. Thought I'd ask. All right. Great question. All right. Canva's screen recording feature. I'm actually going to be doing a video on that. You must be reading my mind. It's in one of the 3 videos that I have left to record for August. But I guess I'll give you a sneak peek of what's in my brain. Now, I don't use Filmora, so I'm going to start that off flat. I can't compare it to Filmora, but what I can do is compare it to StreamYard. Okay. So I might have to add that to my, see, you're watching me brainstorm here. Yep. So what streaming service am I using? So I do use StreamYard. I use StreamYard for all of my live streaming, and I use StreamYard for recording all of my let me try that again. For recording all of my Canva tutorials, I use StreamYard, and StreamYard's a fantastic tool. You can actually use it for free, but you are limited to how much you can record and how much you can live stream. And of course, they give you the cute little duck in the corner if you use the free account. But in the description box, I did leave a referral link that you can get $10 towards a paid plan, but you can, if you sign up for it through that link, it will give you a $10 credit. And so that will help you out if you decide you want to give StreamYard a try. I love StreamYard. So here's the thing about Canva's screen recording, because that was the question that Adam, I think it was Adam, asked. I love it for short little things. So if I'm going to do something that's really, really short, and I'm talking like really short, I'll go ahead and do it in Canva, the screen recording. And that's because the screen recording, which if you don't know where that is, I'll show you real quick. Let me pull my screen back up. It's, if you're on the Chrome browser, it might be on Edge too. I'm not 100% sure. If you're in Chrome, Edge, or the desktop app, under the Uploads tab, there is a spot where it says record yourself. And you can click that and you can choose camera, camera and screen, or just screen. And then you can choose your what camera you want to show. So like for me, I've got the Sony, the camera I'm using today is the Sony EV10. And so I've got it hooked up through the cam link, which is why it says cam link. And then I can choose the microphone and then you just press record. I'm not going to do that because I think my internet would like poop itself if I tried to record in two places at one time. So, but you just press record. And then once you press record, by the way, you can add filters, you can change shapes here. So I really love it for that reason. You can mirror the camera. You can turn the camera off, right? So we're just going to exit studio. I just wanted you to see that real quick. I got distracted by the chat. You guys keep it up. Keep the questions coming because Adam dropped a question that has really got me on a roll. But the reason why I love Canva's record yourself feature, but the reason why I'm hesitant to use it, especially for anything that's extended period of time, is that it does take it a while, and I do mean a while, to upload because whatever you film will go straight into your uploads folder on that left hand side, and it will take a while for it to upload. You need a solid internet connection the entire time in order for it to upload completely. And then you can do the edits to whatever you need to do, but then the downloading also takes a lot of time. So because of that, I don't tend to use the record yourself function because for me, my time's more valuable than my devotion to Canva and how much I love Canva. I would rather have an easier, quicker process than just use Canva for the sake of using Canva, if that makes sense. Now, with StreamYard, I can set it to record myself as well. And the upload process does take a little bit of time. The processing does take a little bit of time. But if my internet decides that it's going to like poop itself, I can come back later to a special link and get that file uploaded. And that's exactly what happened the other day. I filmed 2 tutorials and my internet just went nuts. So I came back later in the uploads function that they've got and was able to recover everything I filmed. So it wasn't a waste of time and I had that work. It even had a backup audio for me so that when my camera decided that it wasn't going to do what it needed to do, I at least had backup audio so that I could do an overlay on top of that audio. So that's why I personally choose to use StreamYard's recording, screen recording, and recording me instead of Canva. I hope that that makes sense. But I absolutely think it's great for short little things. But for what I do and filming like 5 to 20, sometimes 30 minutes, it just takes too long for the uploading and downloading process for me to have to keep that tab open that entire time. I want to do about a 10-minute tutorial with the screen share. Yeah, I'll be honest, I wouldn't use Canva for that. I love Canva, but I would use StreamYard or whatever. Like before StreamYard, I would use OBS, but I started having trouble with OBS as well. So once I started using StreamYard for recording, which was a about in December, I've not looked back. I've not done anything other than there is sometimes I'll do on Windows, there's a little screen record feature that I can do there that I'll use if it's really, really quick. And that doesn't require internet at all. Great. Yep. Okay, let's see here. I don't know if I've missed any questions, but let me show you something real quick because there's some of you may not have heard this. So while I run grab some water, listen to the big announcement. On next Friday's live stream, I'm going to have a very special guest, and that guest is none other than the king of moderators, Doug Hewson. Not only does Doug Hewson have his own YouTube channel, which is all about YouTube education, he also moderates for people like Nick Nemeth. Not only that, he is a Canva user. And I thought that made for a perfect fit for us to come together to have a conversation about Canva and about YouTube. So make sure you come back Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that you can join in on our conversation. All right. So Adam also said he has the free StreamYard and the record feature is available. So the only reason I have the paid plan right now is because in December I won a free year of I think it's the professional plan. So it just happened to come at the right time when I was looking into it. But to be honest, I would have delayed the decision to get it for probably until about right now. And so it came at the perfect time. But yeah, when my free trial is up, I'm definitely going to be signing up for it. So yeah. Okay. So my question is, I've mentioned a lot of things here today. I've mentioned StreamYard. I've mentioned Canva Pro. Are there any links that you need for me to find to put into? Hold up a second. I need another video real quickly. Hold up. If you're finding value in today's live stream, I want you to tappity tap that like button. That's right. Go ahead, click it. I appreciate it. It lets me know that you want more live streams like this one. Obviously, I had a little coughing fit. Okay, so if you need any links, let me know. Let's see here. And I'm going to scroll through and see what I've missed. Amy, I know you're listening and you're not in the chat, but just let me know if you have any questions. Let's see. Adam, I'm going to star your questions so that I remember to add that to the video that I'm filming. Let's see. Do you use OBS? I go screen only like, So I've had trouble with my OBS since I got this new computer, and I've had this computer for a while. It will record like for a minute and then it stops, and it doesn't indicate to me that it stops. It's only when I go back and get that file that there's nothing more than a minute. So there's nothing more frustrating than recording like a 25-minute segment of a Canva tutorial and only having 1 minute show up. That is a complete waste of my time. And, I don't have an unlimited voice or unlimited energy. So I gave up trying to figure out OBS. I know that on StreamYard, you can show something and still have your voice. I just haven't figured out how to do that because I've done it before. It's just something with my setup with the new camera and how I've got it linked and the microphone and everything. I think I don't have something, or my brain isn't figuring out which button to choose. I'm just going to have to play with it one day, um, when it really doesn't matter, and I'm going to take a couple weeks off of filming and editing and doing much stuff at all in July. And when I do that, I'm probably going to do a lot of experimentation. Let's see. But thank you so much for the recommendation for OBS. And Chris uses Filmora 12 Pro, can jump between laptop and iPad when working on a project. So one thing that I do is I do have two monitors here. Obviously, you can tell about the glare on my glasses. I've got two monitors. And so I will have Canva up on one monitor, and I will have my video editor, which I use Shotcut. It's a free open source video editor, on my right monitor. And while I'm scrubbing through the footage, I will have my Canva open and I will go ahead and go like, okay, at 12 seconds, I want something that pops up that says something, and I'll go ahead and design it in Canva. And then I'll keep watching, and I'm designing it in Canva on the left as I'm watching on the right. And then I can download everything, because one of the new features in Canva, and let me show you where it is. Let's see, let me just get a bunch of pages up and share the screen. One of the new features in Canva is that you can download by clicking share and download, and you can download pages as separate files. So I can download a whole bunch of video files at one time that are individual files. And so then I can go in and slap in my B-roll right on top as I work through it. And it's made my efficiency go through the roof. Like, I created 4 Canva tutorials that were from 4 minutes to like 15 minutes, with 2 of them were like 7 or 8 minutes. And I did that in like 3 days, like complete edits, not just, I mean, we're talking planning, filming, editing, complete editing in like 3 days instead of like 7 days. And so that just really cut my time down, especially on that last edit I do where I add the B-roll and things. Let's see here. What? I'm looking. I've been using Filmora in conjunction with OBS. You can pull in OBS as a virtual. Yep. I have 2 StreamYard pillows behind me when I live stream. Yeah, I love StreamYard. I do not have a lot of room behind me. Like, my screen is right here. I'm literally touching my screen. And so I don't have a lot of room behind me to add like extra stuff. But I definitely think that would be fun. But the new camera has definitely helped. I think it works better in low light situations, which I need for my migraines. And so it just it's been a huge help. Thank you so much. You are superb. Oh, it's Fish Stick USA in the house. Thanks for joining us today. All right, so real quick, let me quick question for you. Do you use Canva for your YouTube channel? Let me know in the chat how you use Canva for your YouTube channel. I'd love to know. It's so much fun to have little videos like that when I need a moment because I'm about to cough. All right, let's see here. Chris says, I also have 2 monitors with my laptop, but I only have my iPad with me, then I can project iPad and continue it or fish it on my laptop. That's a great plan. Sneaky, sneaky. Tight spaces. Yep, it's like right here. So I do have room behind me that I technically could push the screen back a little more. However, the window that I've got right here is seen if I push the screen back more. And it is not an attractive window, y'all. We're talking, oh, I can't turn on my little app to change the thing, but it's not an attractive window at all. This is a mobile home from 1989, and I'm pretty sure that the windows are original from 1989, so it's just not an attractive view. So I do put the blue screen up further so that I don't get that in my shot at all. Let's see. Everyone should find his individual workflow. That's absolutely right. What works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me, and what works for us may not work for someone else. And so when someone asks me my personal opinion between like Canva and say another program, and I'm not going to say what the other program is, I will say that program did not work for me. But mainly it's because I've been using Canva since 2015. And so I really know and love Canva. And it's just really hard for me to pick up a new program. But if someone else has been using that another program for a long time and that's what's working for them, then absolutely use what's working for you. I bought a Sony camera, haven't used it. What Sony did you buy, Adam? I'd be interested to know. And a Logitech C920. That was one of the ones that was on my list. I did use before this camera, before this live stream you're seeing today, the camera I was using was the Logitech Brio, but it didn't work well in low light. And so my screen, the blue screen, looked really, really pixelated. I felt like I looked pixelated. I admit it. I fully admit it. I am like pasty white. I don't go outside. I don't tan. Like I'm pasty white, but the Brio made me look even whiter than I actually am. And it did not do a service to the channel. And I just wanted a higher quality picture for when I was doing screen recordings and tutorials and also live streams. So this is the first time that everyone's getting to see it. A couple people have seen it when I've done a couple video calls. In the last week, I've done a couple video calls with a couple people talking about YouTube and just kind of uplifting each other up and giving ideas on monetization and things like that. But other than that, this is the first time everybody's seeing it. And so I'm super, super excited to see what's happening. And it's the Sony ZV-E10. And for the other channel, we do use a Sony ZV-1. So I knew that it would work really well in low light. and wanted the opportunity to be able to change out lenses later on should I want that. Let's see here. Thank you so much for sharing the channel. Like when I say that that really, really means a lot to me, you have no idea. And I actually keep, and this might be a good idea for everyone that's using Canva for YouTube. In Canva, open up a Canva document. And what you might want to do is keep a what I call a validation journal. And basically what it does for me is it reminds me why I'm I start this channel, right? It reminds me of the purpose behind the channel. It reminds me, it just gives me like positive mindset about why I started the channel, why I create the videos, why I go live. And I just want to give you an example of I want to give you an example of one thing that I read the other day that just made my day. And so comments like these just like breathe life into me, especially when I'm having like a physically bad day. If you're just joining us, what we're doing is talking about different ways to use Canva for YouTube, but mainly we've just been having a conversation about YouTube and different tips and tricks and techniques that we each use that help us with our YouTube channel. Let's see, I'm trying to find I know it's not on the screen. I just am trying to find it because I don't want to violate anyone's privacy that has left comments either privately or publicly. Let's see here. All right. So on June 14th, someone commented on a video. They commented a question, can we use free stock video on Canva in our YouTube channel? Now, I replied to this person. However, that very comment made me the very next day. I got up and I filmed a tutorial for July explaining the ins and outs of that answer because it's more complicated than yes or no. And like that motivated me to create a tutorial. So when I get comments like, I shared your channel because this video helped me with this and someone was having trouble with that, it really makes my day. And then another one, just hand claps and you helped do more like this. Thanks for sharing. Someone else asked a question in a video. Is there a way to take out the video and keep only the audio, which I'm planning on filming in the next week? And so, it's just things like that. And it really lifts a girl up, if you know what I'm saying. Let's see. Think it's a ZV-10. Yeah, like Sony's naming convention is really difficult. I know that it's a 10. I think it's a ZV E10. You know what? I can find out actually. I don't want to, I want to stop sharing that screen and I'm going to look real quick and I can tell you the exact camera that I have that is showing me right now. And just for point of reference, I just have one soft box light to my left, and that's it. The overlight isn't even on. It's just the one box light. I've got the two monitors, which are providing me light this way. And then I've got my screen behind me. And that's what I've got. And the camera's lighting me up like this. Okay. Sony. Oh, it really helps to type in the right thing. Oh, I know why. It's because I didn't buy it there. Oh gosh, which one did I buy? No, yeah. Okay, I found it. All right. So here it is. And this is an affiliate link for Amazon to the exact camera that I purchased. And I did get the one with the kit lens. If anybody just wants to give a look at what camera I'm using, that's the one. And I did get the black, even though I think they do also have it in white as well, but I preferred the black. Okay, let's see here. Logitech software to change that. Yeah, so I played around with the Brio for a year, more than a year, trying to get the settings set right so that it wouldn't look pasty white and it wouldn't like blow me out. And we just never, and I'm talking about many, many hours of tears were shed because of the camera. And then I don't know, maybe it was 3 weeks ago after I had a full on cry session. Um, my husband said, okay, we're going to fix this by throwing money at it. And if you absolutely hate it, we can return it. Okay. So within like 30 minutes of it being up and doing the first test tutorial, I was like, I'm sold. We should have thrown money at it well before now. Okay, let's see here. Oh, by the way, if you have not yet subscribed to the Creator Classroom, it would mean a whole lot to me. It's a long story, but I'm on a journey actually to reach 5,000 subscribers. So if you guys can share, whatever you can do, if you find value in what I give here, it would really mean the world to me. All right, let's see here. I fell off the bandwagon due to health issues, but I'm relaunching and want to highlight you as the Canva hero. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. They've been chipping trees next to my house for like 20 minutes. That is always my biggest fear when I go live is that the neighbor is going to decide to cut grass. However, the neighbor's been cutting grass every day for the last week. So I was really hoping that today he would like not cut grass. He's not cut grass. So we're in the clear. And thankfully, it has not started raining here yet. We're expecting big thunderstorms, and that's not happened. When is Doug on your channel, and is it a live stream? It is absolutely a live stream. We're going live on next Friday. We will start going live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we do have a hard cutoff of 10:45, which is like a little bit ago, because I'm in the United States. Doug's not in the United States, and it is late for him. And I don't want to keep him up any later than I have to. So we're going to make it a hard cutoff. So I will set my timer when I think I'm getting close to like needing a reminder so that I don't go over Doug's time. But he's going to come on the show with me on Friday, so a week from today. And I think on Tuesday, I will set that live public so that everybody can click whatever notification bells that they need to click. And if you don't know who Doug is, I call him the king of moderators. He does it all. Anytime I'm in a live stream, like in chat, I see Doug. Doug's the first one I think of when I think YouTube moderator. And so Doug's awesome. He also has his own channel, and you can look him up. It's at Doug Hewson YT, all one word. And so he's going to go live with me. I asked him maybe a month ago when he went live if it was something that he would consider. And I kind of threw out the idea of the live stream about someone that's new to Canva Pro talking with someone that's been a Canva Pro user for a while. And he loved the idea. And we had a video chat a few weeks ago and really nailed down that, yes, we should do this. And so we're going to do that on Friday. And I cannot wait. I think that he's going to bring a lot of value here. And I'm hoping that I can bring a lot of value to him. And even in our video chat, when we were talking and I taught him a few things, or I showed him a few things that he should look up. And I think he was surprised at what Canva could do. And so, yeah, very, very excited. Let's see, what else do we have? By the way, I'm going to set my timer. And I'm setting my timer because we got last call for questions. Last call for questions. So what I want you to do now, right now, that's right, pop in your questions into the live YouTube chat. Make sure you put a big Q or a bunch of question marks in front of it so that I recognize that it is a question for me, so that I can hopefully answer that live on today's show. Go ahead, get them in there. Okay, that also allowed me to take a look and make sure I wasn't missing any questions. That happened to me last weekend. Finally got my nerves settled to film, and the neighbors started mowing the lawn. Isn't that always the way? It's always the way. By the way, if you've not had a chance to tappity tap that little like button, go ahead and do so. While I take a sippity sip of my drink. All right. So I set my timer. We've got 4 minutes. So it's last call for questions. Oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot to share the last new thing that I've seen recently in Canva. So I'm going to do that. If you have any questions, now's the last call. And let me, I got so busy like chatting that I forgot the teaching. Are you using, okay. I'm going to start your question, Adam. Otherwise I'll get distracted and forget to show this. So Canva has a smart mockup tool, and I'm going to show you where to find it if I can get the screen back on. Here's the string. Let's see. Here we go. Let me hide this. Over on the left-hand side, there's an apps button. And you're going to just search for mockup. And then you can click it. You might need to connect to it, but it's super simple to do. And you just click the smart mockup, and then there's all these different mockups that you can use for, like, if you're doing a merchandise design or something like that. Or even what I like to do is use it for, let me see if I can find, like, computers. Like if I need to show big truck coming by. Like if I'm going to show something on a computer that's within a video, then what I might do is click something like this. I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see it. And then let me go ahead and go to my uploads folder, because I've got this that I screenshot of Nick's video. I just left click, slid it in there, and look, it looks like it's coming from the computer. And you can even click it and select edit and click fill. And so it will fill the frame as well. Or you can click fit. You make sure you can align it to the top or the bottom of the frame or the middle. You could even flip it if you want and do things like that. I love this feature. And so does iCast Enterprises. Love Mockup. Now I'm going to go back here and we are going to, I can't believe I almost forgot it. Are you using Stream Deck or just using the StreamYard video feature? Okay. Am I using, can you clarify? Are you asking if I'm using the Stream Deck to put up the videos, or are you asking like how I'm using the Stream Deck? Because I do, let's see. Let's see if I can use this fancy feature to show you my Stream Deck on this camera. Look, there's my Stream Deck, and see the little duck? There's a duck, and then I've got it set up to ask a question, hit the like, Canva Pro numbers. I've got one for my lower thirds, branding, chat, etc. And I even have the timer. So the 5-minute timer I've got on there, and then different screens. So, oh, and I just flashed through. There we go. And I hit a button that made me go up like this. Let's see. Maybe I can get me back on screen. So on the, I've got StreamYard open up on the left-hand side here, and I've got my Stream Deck. I'm not too efficient in the Stream Deck yet. With the videos that I'm showing, that's what Adam's asking if I'm using my Stream Deck to show the videos, which let me get to that. So I use the Stream Deck to get to the brand tab. And then on the brand tab, let's see if I can do a screenshot, because this is a great question. Let me do a whiteboard. Now, so all that I just did, I did a screenshot, I did a paste, I did that with my Stream Deck. With the video, I've got the video set up on my brand tab. And then I've got the video clips. Let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger. I've got my video clips here under video clips, and I've got a tab for today's stream. So I've got one called engagement, and I use my Stream Deck to get to the brand tab quickly. And then I go onto Stream Deck. And so I'm going to show you video number 1 that I've got called engagement. Quick question for you. Do you use Canva for your YouTube channel? Let me know in the chat how you use Canva for your YouTube channel. I'd love to know. Okay, so that was that one. And I just pressed it within, I just pressed it. Like once my Stream Deck got me there, I just pressed it. Then there's like the live, which I've done a couple times. So my Stream Deck got me to the brand, to this brand tab. And then if you're finding value in today's live stream, I want you to tappity tap that like button. That's right. Go ahead, click it. I appreciate it. It lets me know that you want more live streams like this one. Okay. So then, but I've got one that I've got start here. So whenever I start a live stream, I tend to struggle in the beginning, and I've found that it's better for me if I have a pre-recorded video right there at the beginning instead of just hitting go live and then being like really, really awkward. I'm still awkward at the beginning, but it's less awkward if I have something that's pre-recorded. And so this was today, and it says start here. In fact, I'm going to give myself a little error. So I clicked R on the keyboard, and then I'm going to go up here to shape. And there's I changed it to an error. So see, I'm teaching while I'm showing StreamYard. So I've just got one that start here, and I can click it. And so this is what people saw at the very beginning of the stream. Quick question for you. Do you use Canva for your YouTube channel? We're going to dive into all things Canva today so that you can learn how to leverage Canva for your YouTube channel. We'll be diving into 3 Canva features: the brand hub, cinematic transitions, and smart mockup. But that's not all. We're opening up the floor to a live Q&A. You can get all of your burning questions answered about how to leverage Canva for YouTube. What I want you to do now, right now, that's right, pop in your questions. Okay, so obviously it went for a little bit longer, but all of your comments are telling me what I need to know. And I'm going to take this off the screen for a little bit. So over the last, say, year, I have really wanted to create a tutorial about the Stream Deck and how I use it in Canva and just how I use it in general. And I was torn on whether to create that video because I didn't know how valuable it would be. But based on these comments right here, let's see. I just lost my comments. I'm curious about Stream Decks. I really need to learn how to use my Stream Deck. Based on those comments and this one, another thing I purchased and haven't used, I'm thinking that I really need to film that video. So I'm going to do that. And actually the very next video that's going to come out on the channel isn't so Canva specific. It is, but it isn't. I'm going to be sharing my, let me use that awesome feature. My mouse on the video that's coming out on Monday, because I'm going to show how to program it for Canva. And it's just been an amazing tool for me to use. So I have to try to remember not to use the shortcuts on my mouse when I'm actually filming the tutorials because I use it so much. But I use it for editing my videos too. And that has really sped up my production in between having the 2 monitors, being able to download the MP4s separately and all of that. That has also sped up my production. But yeah, so I use the Stream Deck to get to the right tab. So right now, I just press the button to go to the banners, and then I can just quickly show one with my mouse. Right? I've got the banners that I could throw up, which I don't think about them. So I rarely actually throw them up. And then this one goes to the videos where I could do this. On next Friday's live stream, I'm going to have a very special guest, and that guest is none other than the king of moderators, Doug Hewson. Not only does Doug Hewson have his own YouTube channel, which is all about YouTube education, he also moderates for people like Nick Nemeth. Not only that, he is a Canva user. And I thought that made for a perfect fit for us to come together to have a conversation about Canva and about YouTube. So make sure you come back Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that you can join in on our conversation. All right, so someone asked which specific Stream Deck I use. I'm going to link that in the chat. And it is an affiliate link. But I use it's the 15 key Stream Deck, and the reason, and it's the Elgato 15 key Stream Deck, and the reason why I chose this one is that I thought that 32 keys was overkill for me at the time when I purchased it. I also could not afford the 32 key version. This one went on like a really good deal. And so I went ahead and purchased it, not knowing how much that I would actually use it for things other than just live streaming. And so when I bought it, I bought the best that I could afford at the time. I'm thinking that in the next couple months, I may decide to upgrade, especially if I know that Prime Days is coming up in July. And if for some reason that 32 one were to go on a super deal, I would go ahead and upgrade to the 32 one so that I could have more access to things. And so, yeah. Now, I can tell that my voice is starting to go. I really love being live with you guys, and there's so many of you in here in chat, and I would love to keep going. I'm going to keep going as long as I can, but I'm thinking that by it's 11:16 here. I'm thinking that by 11:30, I'm going to have to call it for me. But let's see here. Chris has a question. Who else uses the Stream Deck? Which one? So go ahead and drop that in the comments. Or if you're watching this on replay and you want to answer in the chat, I would love to hear which Stream Deck you're using, either for video editing or for live streaming. Adam, I got the medium-sized one. So you probably have the same one that I have, the 15 key. Does it look like this with the 15 keys? And it also comes with this little, or at least the one I got, comes with this little stand. Let's see. Fun looking at it now. Have I set up anything for a merch account yet? I have not set up any merch on the YouTube channel, and I've not set up merch in Amazon yet. The keyword being yet, and I'm thinking that yet would actually be one of the merch ideas that's running in my mind. Anybody that knows me knows that yet is my word. And what I mean by that is that I'm always saying, I've not done that yet, or that's not something I'm comfortable with yet, or I don't want to do that yet. But yet is an acronym for me. So yet stands for, let me see if I can remember exactly what it stands for. Yesterday, it didn't happen. Every day is a learning opportunity. Today may be the day where it happens, or tomorrow may be the day where it happens. I can't remember the exact like phrasing that I came up with when I came up with the yet, but that may be one of the ideas that I'm coming up with, like merch. So it's on my roadmap. I just have not actually set it up yet. And then I'm also thinking about doing a spoof on the bad hair day, but I've, bad hair day hat, inspired by this one that I just purchased at the Dollar General, something like that. Let's see here. That's why I purchased it. It was a little over $100 on sale. I think mine may have even been less than that. But yeah, it was just a great, great deal. Like right now, the Stream Deck that I got, the list price is about $150 and it's on sale for 115. Um, but the 32 key one is like on sale for 215, and that's just a little out of my budget right now. But if it were to go on sale like a lot on Prime Day, I might would go ahead and get it. I'm thinking about merch. Merch. Gotta run. Take care. Thanks for joining. Yep. Oh, is it Donna? Is your name Donna? Might be wrong. Yeah, I'm still like, my brain wants to use it and I use it a lot, especially for, I use it a lot for screenshotting and pasting. But because I've got it set up on so many different pages, it sometimes is a little difficult for me to find exactly what I want quickly. But yeah, like on my main page, I've got a calculator that can pop up because I'm doing calculators very, very, like I calculate a lot during the day. And then I've got two pages on Amazon. One is for my Amazon influencer store, which I do have a creator link on my Amazon influencer store. Let me actually let me that's not the right shortcut. There we go. I'll throw that in chat. So again, this is an influencer's page. So that means I earn commission if you purchase something on it. But basically on there, I've got several different ideas list. I've got videos and things like that as well. And it's more geared for my other channel. However, I do have a list on there called the Content Creator Products, where I've got all of the products that I personally use. And here's the keyword, love, right? Like I put a product on here that I bought. And as soon as I realized I didn't love it, I took it off the list. And so, and I'm going to tell you what it is, because when I tell you what it is, you're going to be like, what? I didn't love the, let me find the exact name of it. It was an Elgato product, which is why I'm surprised I didn't love it. The Elgato wave arm mic, the low profile wave arm, I did not love it. In fact, if my husband had not thrown away the box, we would have sent it back. but he got rid of the box. We're still not counting out being able to use it in some way. But I definitely did not love it. So I took it off my list because I'm like, I'm not going to share a product that I don't absolutely love, or at least like enough that I'm using it. And so that we put up on the table, set my mic on it, and did not love it. So it's not even on my table anymore. I'm I'm hearing I'm hearing a vehicle in my driveway. So listen to my Doug announcement. I'm going to go check. On next Friday's live stream, I'm going to have a very special guest, and that guest is none other than the king of moderators, Doug Hewson. Not only does Doug Hewson have his own YouTube channel, which is all about YouTube education, he also moderates for people like Nick Nemeth. Not only that, he is a Canva user. And I thought that made for a perfect fit for us to come together to have a conversation about Canva and about YouTube. So make sure you come back Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that okay, sorry about that. It was actually someone at the door that needed my signature. So I'm back and I'm going to be heading out here in a minute. But that sure worked. That's the first time I've actually had to use that to go answer the door. All right, let's see here. Watch a person who hooked. Yep. Reading, good to know. I may buy them. Yeah. So the reason why I didn't like it is that I personally, and this is 100% a me problem. I personally, I don't like it when my mic's in the shot. Like, that's a me problem. I don't like it when the mic's in the shot. And the mic arm was getting it like here. And I'm like, I just do not like that. And then the other problem was I couldn't see my keyboard well because it was hanging up over my keyboard, and I kept hitting the top of my hands on it. So that's why it doesn't work for me. And so it could work for someone. It just doesn't work for me. So I don't want to share a product that I don't personally use and love. At least not in that one. I might create a list of products that other creators love that I don't have or that I don't love, just in case other people want to check that out. But for now, I just want to have products in there that I personally use and love. And for example, I don't have the Logitech Brio in there because I personally, for me, it didn't work well because it doesn't work well in low light situations. And I essentially need a low light or hardly any light situation in this studio little area because that's what I need. So I would not recommend it to someone that needs that same sort of situation. And I can physically show them, well, this is what the videos looked with the Brio. And this is what the videos look like with the Sony ZV-1. It's ZV-10. I think it's a 10. But yeah. So yeah, it does pick up a lot of background noise. For a while, it was doing something really funky with the sound where it was like really low. And now I think that it might be a little high, but I can't tell because I've got some sensory issues where I can't wear earbuds to check my own sound. Um, but the good news is that nobody's complaining about it being too loud. And what I tend to pick up with the mouse is, if you will ever notice, is the the mouse noise. Like when I'm moving my mouse, that's what I tend to pick up on the microphone. Um, I lost my brain. But typically I can cut that out for the video format. I can't cut it out of the live stream, but I can cut it out for video format. Let's see here. That mic does take up some serious real estate. I'm with you. I don't like the mic showing. I don't like the mic in the shot either. Let's see. Do you use Discord at all? I have a Discord page, but I can't tell you the last time I looked at it because I'm just not good at that. I don't know if it's my age or just like I'm just not good at it. So, well, maybe I should use my phrase. I'm not good at it yet. Yeah, it's not. I'm on Instagram. I post some things there, and on Instagram, it's under, let's see, learn Canva for YT is my handle over on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter. I don't post a whole lot there. I'm also on Facebook under the Creator Classroom. But yeah, audio is fine. I've been on YouTube all morning and didn't have to adjust. That's great. Actually turned it down a little bit before the live started because when I filmed, why won't that go away? Because when I filmed the video clips that I did that I've intermittently been playing, it sounded a little hot to me. So I went ahead and turned it down a little bit within StreamYard. I can set a noise gate that eliminates. Can I do that within StreamYard? Um, I'll need to look that up. I need to look that up if I can remember to look that up. After I close down the live, which I'm about to do, I'm going to star a bunch of comments and do a recording. I don't even know what my Discord handle is. That's the thing. I'm so not like, now the phone's ringing. All right. The phone's not ringing anymore. It was junk. All right. So I appreciate that you want to share over on Discord, and you can, but the problem is that I can't even tell you when the last time is that I was in Discord, and I don't understand how it works. So let me see if I can find that information though. If I can. Where is it? It's not even on my social media pages on my tab. Oop, oop, oop. Wow, where is it? I know. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find. Oh, there it is. TCC not often. Oh, I don't even know which email I used either. Let's try this. Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll see if I can remember. The best way to reach out is either through Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. And if you give me a second, I will get that. Those are not things that I have on my computer, so I have to get the link. Here's my Twitter. Here's Facebook. Oh, I know what else I could have said too. That's not even the right one. If you look up on the banner or on the about page on my channel, let me show you where to find that. Okay. Oh, no worries. I'm about to close it down. So you're good. I just wasn't expecting that question. Let's see, present, share screen. I'll show you where to find it. So if you go to the About tab on the page and you scroll down, you'll see several things, but Twitter, Facebook page, Facebook group, Instagram, all right there. So you can contact me those ways if you need to. But yeah. All right. Let's remove this. And I want you guys to remember that I'm going live next Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be going live with Doug Hewson YT, and we're going to talk Canva and YouTube. You'll be able to answer, or you'll be able to ask your questions live in chat to both of us. And if you have any questions or recommendations or things you need to know, you can leave those in the comments after the chat or after the stream is over. And for those of you that are still in live chat, if you wait just a minute, I'll come hang out with you in chat for a couple minutes while my video is processing. Thanks so much for learning Canva with me, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be on Monday. Bye.